All right, what's up, people? Wild Strawberry Garage. I'm Sam Avery. We're up here in the mountains and finally getting some nice weather. What I want to do, just give you a look at what's coming up here in the next few weeks. The parts I got ordered, the stuff that I got, immediately in front of me, immediately on my plate right now, and some direction for the channel moving forward. So first, I think I'll start with SLUGGIE and what we got coming up. Let's go over this list. Try to be as quick as I can. Number one, prep body for plastic and glue. That's going to just mean sanding all this old crusty paint off and getting it ready for some panel adhesive. And as you know, I'm not gluing the body to the car. It's all going to be Zeus fasteners. It's going to be modular and removable. So that glue is just going to be for shoring up and strengthening the body because it is a little bit crusty. Work the gaps and lines. This is something I can do right now. This will be kind of up next on the slate. I have the body rough fit right now, but I like the lines. So they're workable. So that's going to be getting quarter gap at the doors and where the nose meets the doors and all that kind of stuff. So I can do that now. I'm back and forth about whether I want to start spreading plastic on there right now, but we'll kind of see how it goes with sanding this body as I really get down to it and see what it's going to need. Remove the body. So yeah, this is going to be getting me towards painting the frame. The body's got to come off. I'm going to have good lineup holes on there though for where this thing fits because I have it fitting nice. So when I have those Zeus fasteners, it'll be able to come back on and I'll be able to just pop it right back on, right back into place. Remove the suspension. Obviously, again, paint the frame. I need to remove the suspension. Also, all needs to be rebuilt. Weld cage plates. That's going to be quarter steel plates. They're going to be pads for the roll cage. The reason I'm doing that is some sanctioning bodies don't want you to weld the cage directly to the frame. They want you to be on pads. Epoxy the frame. I'm going to be using an epoxy out of a gun, and yeah, I'm going to spray the frame and probably the bottom of the cowl. I'm not going to epoxy the inside of the firewall back, just because I don't want it to get too hot in there with black. It'll probably end up being a gray paint in there. Clean and rebuild suspension, so that's going to be poly bushings, upper and lower control arms, and ball joints, upper and lower. Prime and paint suspension, duh. Epoxy floor pan, again, like I said, just the underside. Paint the bulkhead, that's going to be a gray as well. Again, saving some heat, and I'm going to go for a gray. Install the cowl back, that's going to be a final install. So yeah, I got to get a better shim packs, and that's going to be final fit on that, because once I have that back on, I'm going to refit the body and then start tacking the cage. Now, once the cage is tacked in there, that cowl is going to be a permanent fixture. The front and rear clips will be removable, but that cowl, the cage is going to be kind of holding that in. So I got to get that cowl fitting perfect and cleaned up really nicely and painted for that permanent install. Refit the body, tack cage with the body on for clearance. Need that clearance. So pretty self-explanatory. I want the body on there to make sure that nothing's going to rub or hit or anything like that. You guys see the bottom? I hope. Tack the cage for clearance. Yeah, again, with the body on, take the body off again, and then finish weld my cage. It's going to be perimeter welding all the cage. So that's my work here for the next couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, and I'm going to try to just bust through it as fast as I can. Up here, I have parts ordered. I have my roll cage ordered. That's coming from Auto Weld. It is a pre-bent, pre-notch cage. It's DOM. That means drawn over mandrel. It's a good kind of bending. It keeps the diameter at the bends the same as the diameter at the straight runs. So yeah, it's good kind of bending. Also, the other spec on that, it's going to be 1 3/4 and 120 sidewall. Zeus fasteners, I got 20 ordered. That should be plenty to get my body fit. Panel adhesive, again, that's that Valvoline 60-minute. Then that gives you 60 minutes of work time. So it's kind of laid back when you're spreading that glue. Front suspension rebuilds, yeah, I have my poly bushings upper and lower ordered and my ball joints ordered, and I found a piece of rear Lexan, super thin rear Lexan for the back window. Miscellaneous videos. All right, so this is where, this is some ideas about the channel that I've had from the beginning, but just the nature of the way that this thing has gone, I was kind of thrown into the fire, and I'm finally gathering my thoughts and adjusting to everything. So these are some videos that I want to cover that are going to take some time and some research, but they're things to look out for that are going to be coming up that I think are pretty neat. The first one is going to be a SLUGGIE and Snoopy and Bill Wessel deep dig. So I want to do a really cool I want to do a history on this car. I want to get kind of do an archaeology on where it's been, what kind of races it won, and what kind of classes it participated in. And I want to hear some stories about Bill and about the car. So I know that there's some people watching who knew Bill, who turned wrenches on the car, who maybe even drove the car. And I want to hear from you. If you have stories and stuff, and maybe we can link up for some kind of phone interview, and we'll kind of talk about the history of this car, because I think that's a really cool part of this thing, especially in the frame of where it's going to be in the future. And that's something I definitely want to cover for everyone, because I think that's a cool thing. So yeah, SLUGGIE Snoopy Deep Dig. I want to do a proper introduction of myself, tell you who I am, where I'm coming from, and what I do exactly. The Avery racing heritage. I do have some racing in my blood, some old dirt track heroes, and I want to show you guys some cool old pictures and tell you about that history, as well. Kind of fits in nice with the history of SLUGGIE. Put those two histories together, and we got the future of this car. So the Wild Strawberry Garage shop tour and cars. That's gonna. I mean, you've seen bits and pieces of the shop. I want to give you a real tour of the place and show you what kind of equipment I'm working with, and it's all old, and I got my my grandpa's old tools for the most part, and yeah, kind of fits with the project that I'm working on and the way I'm doing it. The Wild Strawberry Garage cars, yeah, so I got some other really neat projects going on here. I mean, this bike, which has been staring at me unfinished ever since I got SLUGGIE, it's about 90% of the way there. I just got to close it out. 65 Buick Wildcat, 48 Buick Super Sedanette. There's a 64 Buick out there. There's a bus. There's my D2 S8, and there's an 86 Porsche 944. So some neat projects, and I got plans for all of them that maybe one day I'll even get to. Yeah, mixing those other projects. So yeah, I want to show you those other projects and what I'm going to do to them. Some of them are going to be race cars. Some of them are going to be road cars. And with these other projects in Wild Strawberry Garage cars, there's two other race cars that I take care of outside of work. And they're actually my dad's. They are a 1969 B production road racing Corvette, number 13. Some of you may have seen it. And it actually ran in some of the same circles as SLUGGIE, so that's really cool. And the other one is new to us. We just got it in the off season. We haven't even had it on the track, and that's a Datsun 280Z. But yeah, moving forward, I mean, next month we have some track days lined up that hopefully, if things calm down a little bit, we'll still be able to make. And I want to do some shooting at the track and show you what it's like at a track day for people who haven't done it, and just show you how I prep these cars and how we run the hell out of them. So, and obviously I want to hear from you guys too. So if there's things you want to see that I didn't cover on here, things you don't want to see that I have on here, let me know. I want to make this thing the best channel that I can. And a lot of that is kind of listening to your feedback. So thank you for everyone who's watching. Thank you for all the new people who popped up in the last few days here, few weeks. And yeah, it should be fun moving forward. Boom, different clothes. So yeah, this was just a little update. I just want to keep you all apprised of the next things I got going on. I'm going to be hard at work here for the next few days. Try to get some content out shortly. Just going to keep chipping away at this list. So like, comment, and subscribe as always. And Wild Strawberry Garage signing out.